What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, self-confidence. My journey with self-confidence and lessons that I've learned, things that have helped me gain my self-confidence and things that hopefully you guys can take from this as well. So starting at the beginning, I grew up with very little self-confidence. Now this was due to multiple factors. People talking down on me, overall bad self-image, I guess. I was always self-conscious about the way that I looked compared to other people. I was always comparing myself to other people, and then I had the people talking down on me as well. So I had all of that sort of mixing into one and leading to very low self-esteem and very low self-confidence. Now, I'm sure this is something that a lot of people face in life, and hopefully if you guys are facing this struggle, whether it is people talking down onto you or you just struggle with self-confidence in general, hopefully this video can help you gain your self-confidence and live the life that you're meant to be living. So jumping into the things that helped me develop my self-confidence the most. Number one was learning not to care what people think about me. Now this is something that is a lot easier said than done. It is not something that happens overnight. It's something that takes time, but it's well worth that time. It sets you free of the shackles of people's thoughts and opinions of you. Everyone's always going to have an opinion that you can't control. So there's no point in worrying about it. And good or bad, whatever their opinion or thought of you is, at the end of the day, you know who you are. You know who you are. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. What matters is the truth that lies within your head and what you know about yourself. So do what you can to set yourself free of those shackles. Incrementally work on not caring what people think about you. And eventually you'll get to the point where, regardless of what's going on around you, you know what you're doing and you know who you are, and that's all that matters to you. Number two, putting detail on my health, wellness, and appearance. Now this is my training, my nutrition. Look good, feel good, basically. The better you look, the better you feel. So the more you train, the more you put emphasis on your health and wellness, the better you feel all around, which leads to more self-confidence. Number three, working through mental issues. Now, this is not something that everybody has, but if you do, talking to people, getting it out there, the more work that you put into getting over those mental struggles that you're having, the more confident you get, because the less things that you have in your head to worry about. So putting work into getting over whatever mental issues you may have. Now this could be stress, anxiety, depression, whatever it is. Actually putting things into action to get over those things will raise your self-confidence infinitely. Because like I said, you'll have less things to stress about, as well as having a better idea of what you're worth and what you bring to the table. Which leads me to point number four, combating negatives with positives. This is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned and biggest things that have helped me gain my self-confidence. Whether this be a negative thought or something someone has said about you. For example, getting a negative thought about myself and my self-worth, this was something for me. Combating it with a list of things that I bring to the table. It helps put perspective on it and shows you that you actually do bring a lot to the table and you have a lot to be confident about. Number five, living life and facing the challenges that comes with it day to day. So I myself have faced a lot of challenges in life, and I've found that the more challenges that I face, the more things that I overcome, the better that I feel about myself, and the more confident I feel about myself. Because imagine this, you're going through a hard time, you don't know if you're going to get out of it, and eventually you make it out the other side. I don't think there is a single way where somebody can not feel confident about themselves when they've made it through a hard time like that. So the more times I go through like that, the more confidence is built up. So going through hard times, making it out hard times, just stacks on top of each other and builds your self-confidence each time. And finally, number six, pushing myself outside my comfort zone. Now there is multiple ways that you can push yourself outside your comfort zone. It's basically putting yourself in any situation where you're not comfortable. Now for me, one of the biggest things recently was moving away from home. So I moved away from the place that I've been living, where my mum lives and my sister lives, for the past 10 years. And I moved to a completely different state and I started a new life for myself. I made new friends, I got a job, I built a community around myself and basically started from scratch. And this was something that I was far from comfortable with. I don't think many people would be comfortable leaving their hometown, I guess, to a completely new state and starting a life from scratch. There is nothing that is comfortable about that. So doing that built huge self-confidence in myself, because I now have the knowledge and the lessons that I learned through that to then take into all aspects of life and feel confident about myself about, because I know that I started a life from scratch and built something for myself. Another example was me filming in the gym, in a public gym, a commercial gym, for the first time. This was terrifying to me. The idea of people looking at me, judging me, and things like that, that just absolutely terrified me. But the more that I did it, the more that I faced that, the more confident I got about myself. And this, mixed with not caring what people think about me, I was able to develop a strong self-confidence about myself and just go about my day, regardless of what I thought they were thinking. I just set up the camera, I did my thing, and I left. So the more that you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, whatever that is for you, outside the gym or inside the gym, the more that you do that, the more self-confidence that you build up. So to end this video, I want to remind you that you are capable, you have so much to offer, and I have full faith that whatever it is that you put your mind to, you can achieve it. Until next time, peace out.